We're rolling.
Okay, cool. So just go ahead and introduce yourselves really quickly.
Okay, my name is Russ Allred.
And my name is Roger Allred.
Alright. So just tell me a little bit about the two of you, like the dynamic. So yeah, who's the one who's the younger brother? Do you guys get along? Do you argue?
Roger is the much older brother. I am the younger brother-looking brother. And we'll probably argue about that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that he might be the younger brother, but I'm not guaranteeing that he's the younger looking brother.
Yeah, well, yeah, most people think that I'm much older looking, but I'm healthier. I'm healthier.
Okay, and do you guys work together currently?
Yeah, we haven't worked together in a few years, but we wrote a book together called The Family Business. It was published by Penguin Putnam Berkeley. And we were on the speaker circuit, and we ran around the country and helped family-owned businesses. And here locally, we've helped a lot of family businesses. That's what we do.
Well, and then after we worked together, we kind of went our different ways, not because we had any disagreement between us, but we thought there were greater opportunities, and Russ pursued a career with real estate and working with businesses that wanted to sell the business. And I went into energy, and currently I'm in healthcare. I served as a CFO, and I'm currently an analyst for a healthcare facility.
We've got a lot and varied experience building businesses.
Awesome. And is one of you the creative and one of you the numbers guy? How does that work?
There's no question about that. Being a bean counter, I'm proud of it. Russ says there's nothing wrong with an accountant that a personality wouldn't fix, and that's pretty appropriate for me.
So I'll be the personality, and I don't know about creative. I mean, we're business people, but I think over the years we've come up with some creative solutions to problems within business.
Great. So tell me about a few of them.
Let's see, our first engagement together was a rebar fabricating company with two brothers, probably in their 70s,
Yeah, they were
late
old.
70s.
Yeah.
And grumpy, mean, fought with each other constantly, and they had driven their business into the dirt. And they had a second generation of very capable, very mature. They were in their 40s because the parents were in their 70s. So they knew what they were doing, the second generation did, but the first generation would not give up control. And in fact, when we went in there, Roger was assigned as the Chapter 11 bankruptcy trustee. So they had ruined their business, and it had been a multi-million-dollar business. And we were there for what, maybe 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, about that.
And within those 3 or 4 months, we found new management. We established new controls. We got rid of the older generation. And set it up for the new generation to come and buy it and take it over. And they're still profitable today, so it was a good engagement.
And it was a very interesting study in family dynamics also, because you had parents and children and grandchildren working there, and in-laws working. And so in the end, what happened is there were 2 facilities. We divided them and sold one to a son and the other to a son-in-law, and then they went on in the rebar business, and the son-in-law, as a matter of fact, is still a very successful rebar company here in Bakersfield.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of the dynamic within a family business, we got a call one day that the accountant, who was the daughter of one of the brothers, was filing a sexual harassment suit against her brother, who had sworn at her during business hours. And that was the kind of thing going on within the business.
Well, and to magnify that, she was the accountant. She had absolutely no training, but she was the accountant because the father trusted her, even though she wasn't competent or qualified to do what she was being asked to do.
Yeah, so it's a crazy situation, and sometimes it just takes a level head and a little bit of experience to come in and see the problem and solve it.
Okay, and what do you think the 5 biggest mistakes that family-owned businesses make? Just list them off. I need really short answers because it's an edit. We're in a custom.
Okay.
And the editor has a lot of students, so try and keep every answer down to like a minute or 30 seconds.
All right, statistically, the biggest reason for businesses, including family businesses, to fail is being undercapitalized. They don't have enough money when they start their business.
I would say in the family business, it's pride and greed and a lack of planning. So undercapitalization, pride, greed, a lack of planning, and what would be the fifth one?
I would think that sometimes people think because they're a good widget manufacturer that they can run a business. And so they think they have the Midas touch, and that's very rare.
Very rare.
Okay. Awesome. That was great, guys. What is your strategy going into this? How are you going to help these people? Do you have tips that you're going to give them?
We actually have a system, and that's been proven to be our biggest asset. We've utilized our system to go in and find what's wrong with the business and then turn it around. So we identify what they are not doing, what they should do. We have software that creates a business plan. We have used this system, and other consultants have used this system. One in particular, John Vecchi of PopCap Games, in the year 2000, he started his business, created the internet game Bejeweled. One of our consultants worked with him, and then just this last year sold that business for $1.3 billion to Electronic Arts. So we know how to do it, and we have a system to do it which can do it rapidly and make them millions actually in a short period of time.
And it's very interesting because when our book was published, we got a lot of criticism because many people said, well, it's too simplistic, it's just the basics. And that is the crux of the problem, is that business owners don't understand that they have to just do the basics to be successful.
That's proven to be true.
Awesome. Do you guys want any accolades, like awards or recognition articles that have been written about you?
About us per se, I don't think so, but
There were back when we first started the business, but they're really outdated. So
yeah. We do have good accolades or good recommendations from many businesses. What's important is that our clients, for example, two of them have been honored on the Inc. 500 list of the nation's fastest growing businesses. That was Hygen Pharmaceuticals, and they were TechLink at the time, and now they're Protingent Staffing. Both have been honored as the fastest growing businesses in the nation. Both used our system along with John Vecchi and along with scores of others who've produced millions of dollars and hundreds of jobs.
Well, and we've also worked with businesses that were in deep trouble. And those are very difficult because by the time they recognize that they're in trouble, oftentimes it's just too late. But a number of them have been in serious trouble. We've been able to help them out of trouble, and they have done, well, for example, we had a contractor who wasn't making any money in the contracting business because he didn't know how to bid, but he had lots of equipment. And so we turned that business into an equipment rental business, and he's very successful. Worked with other businesses that were failing. The bank wasn't going to extend their loan. That would have put them out of business. And so by working with the banker, showing that there was competent help available and the people were paying attention to advice, they worked out of it. They've since expanded throughout the country, and they're a very large entity now.
Awesome. And how many businesses would you say you've helped? So you say, like, we've helped over 500 businesses in the past 30 years. Can you just give me a number?
Personally, I think between the two of us we've helped hundreds, but because we have contributed our consulting process to other consultants, there are literally thousands of businesses that have been helped by this. We've worked closely with the Small Business Development Center. We have contacts with the Association of Small Business Development Centers nationally. And so there are people using our process throughout the country right now who we could contact and promote the show in any city in the United States.
And the other thing to note is that we're not in this business for 30 years, for example. Our consulting practice was in business for about 12 years.
Right. So within 12 years, we've helped hundreds of businesses and created thousands of jobs.
Great. What else? Let's see. Do you guys have a philosophy that you live by?
Well, yes. The philosophy is pretty basic, and that is be honest and do the basic things.
Yeah, and we like to return the feeling of family. to the family business. You know, we love each other, and we expect that that the people we serve and the people we help will feel the same. And so many times they lose that sense of family and love and support to each other, and we'd like to bring that back.
And I think it's equally important to understand that everyone needs to treat everyone as if they are someone. And it doesn't matter that they're just the person sweeping the floor. They're a person, and they need to be treated like a person. And we've seen that where businesses treat their employees as people, that business will prosper.
Awesome. And so this is a TV show, you know, you have to be relatable, you have to be likable. Why are people going to tune in every week to watch you guys host the show and help these businesses?
I think it'll be maybe our interaction with each other, but mostly our interaction with the people that we're going to serve. The best thing about family business is there's a business aspect that an accountant can handle, but there's also this emotional component. It will make good television because there's relationships, there's drama, there's health issues, and that interaction we've had experience with these and know how to deal with it and how to help them cope and deal with it. And that's going to bring a little drama, a little spice to the show.
And I want to emphasize also that we're not an unproven commodity, because we have gone around the country, we have lectured to large groups of family businesses, and the response has been very, very positive. So I would say that not only do we have experience, we know that our message reaches them.
Okay, and do you learn anything else about you two, like being brothers, you know, you guys love each other, fight, you know?
Well, I could tell. I could tell you many stories about Roger when we were children, but I can honestly say that he's overcome his I don't know, anger issues or control issues. I don't know what that was when we were kids, but we're very good friends. We're best of friends.
And I want to say that it is true that Russ could tell many stories.
I have witnesses. I have witnesses. Well, I could tell the story about when he shot me with the yardstick. And,
no, I didn't shoot you because it didn't hit.
It didn't hit. He's not a very good shot with a yardstick and an elastic band, but it did break the window in the house. And then he almost bribed me not to tell our mom. So that's a story I could tell.
If it had worked, I probably would have.
That's perfect. You basically just told it. Anything else that I didn't ask you that you guys want to tell me quickly? Anything?
Just some interesting things. Roger has 9 children, and how many grandchildren?
I have 15 grandchildren and 2 on the way.
And I have 3 children, and as he has often said, he won. Or actually, I wasn't competing, but he won. And we have another brother, and interesting, both Roger and our younger brother have had heart transplants. So, look at him today, robust and healthy and doing great, as is our younger brother. We are indebted and grateful to medical science.
Amen.
That's awesome. Okay, great. And I guess that's it. You can stop recording. I think I got everything.
Okay.
Great.